Once again tonight, we have more new details about the final moments before the murder of Realtor Lindsay Buziak in Saanich. After withholding details of their investigation from local reporters for more than 2 years, Saanich police today were offering up more information that was shared with the U.S. television network Dateline NBC earlier this year. A News reporter Stephen Andrew is following the Buziak case for us and has the latest.
When Lindsay Buziak arrived at an empty Saanich home to show it to potential buyers, Saanich police believe she did not know the man and woman who killed her.
It does not appear that Lindsay was expecting anything untoward to happen.
Today, more than 28 months after her death, Saanich investigators are sharing details of the murder with local reporters. Details they shared with the U.S. television program Dateline NBC.
We certainly understand that if we've shared that information with NBC Dateline, why wouldn't we share it locally? So in that regard, we are putting more cards on the table with our local media partners, recognizing that it's not going to hurt the investigation in any way, and it may in fact help in some way that we just haven't foreseen.
What investigators have held back until now is what they know about the minutes before and after the killing. Detectives say Lindsay arrived at the house around 5:30 and met a man and a woman.
Once they got into the upstairs portion of the home, which is no longer visible from the street through these open windows, the attack appears to have immediately occurred.
Within 10 minutes of entering the house, Lindsay Buziak was dead. Investigators say her killers escaped through the back door of the home, most certainly with blood on their clothes. And that is where the mystery deepens. Police have found no evidence of a getaway car, discarded clothes, or a weapon. Even a search of thousands of cell phone records from Vancouver to Saanich has so far turned up nothing.
You would expect that given the severity of the attack that we may have had greater success with things such as DNA or hair and fiber evidence, and the reality is that that's not the case.
Investigators say all of the DNA evidence collected at the scene has been identified. And for the first time, investigators are acknowledging how Lindsay's body was discovered and by whom. Police say Jason Zalo, Lindsay's former boyfriend, arrived at the home with a friend to meet her to sign some legal documents. Detectives say Zalo suspected something was wrong. His text messages to Lindsay went unanswered, and despite seeing Lindsay's car in the driveway, Zalo could see no one in the home.
The thing that really set the alarm bells off is that the front door of the home was locked. And in the real estate business, as Mr. Zalo's a realtor, he knew that that is something that's simply not done. And once he attempted entry and the door was locked, that was the cause for the initial 911.
Minutes later, Zalo and a friend discovered an unlocked door at the back of the home, entered, and found Lindsay lying in a pool of blood, and again called 911. Police say there are more details they have shared with Dateline NBC that they have not shared with news outlets NBC. The department says it will review its interviews with the U.S. network and will provide that information to local reporters. And the department acknowledges not everyone in Lindsay Buziak's family supports investigators cooperating with Dateline NBC. Detectives say they plan to meet with the family later this week to talk about their concerns. In Saanich, Stephen Andrew, A News.